about aging are you telling with your life? Is it about decline or flourishing? About limits or possibility? About comfort or adventure? Our stories become our truth, and you have a choice of the story that you live. Do you know that a long time ago, in the hunter-gatherer days, that the elders were actually more active than the younger generation? This is because they had the time freedom to go out and dig the tubers, pick the berries, hunt the game, and they made a real contribution to their communities. Now, admittedly, we probably live longer than they did. Yes, the question remains, what has become of the role of the elder in today's postmodern era? Too often, we are seen as not making a contribution that makes a difference. Many of us have lost our sense of purpose, our sense of mattering, and sadly, there is little in society that challenges that view. So, who's going to change that? Yay! All right, yes, we are. Yay! You are. Yes. In this society, when we reach age 65, we attain the status of senior citizen. Now, age 65 as the marker for being a senior was invented 100 years ago because... Perfect. That was the life expectancy. Is that true today? No. If you are a healthy 65 today, you are probably going to live well into your 80s or your 90s. There are more and more people reaching 100 years old. There are more and more Betty Whites, Bob and Dolores Hopes, Beverly Clearys. So clearly, there is little sense in reaching age 65 and creating the next possibly 30 years of your life from a story of limits and decline. So, it's time for a reframe. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Yes, it is. Imagine the next decades of your life. What if you blossomed into the woman that you're here to be now? Who you have become over all those rich years of experience. Who is she? What does she feel? Who does she love? What does she think? What does she value? What does she do? Now, I'm not talking about starting a new career, moving to a new town, becoming yet again obligated to someone else's schedule, or launching a new social movement, although you can if you want. What I am talking about is using your gifts and knowing what it is that you desire. Now, I can share with you what this looks like through the stories of 3 women that I've gotten an opportunity to know. The first is Deborah. Deborah, as she was approaching 60, took her saxophone out of the closet, dusted it off, and started to play jazz again. She loves jazz. In her 60s, she has written 7 books with the jazz theme, and she coaches other women who want to write. And my very favorite is Nancy. Nancy is in her 90s. She still accepts speaking engagements. She remarried in her 80s, and they live happily in Florida. And finally, my friend Linda. Linda, in her mid-60s, closed her medical practice, and she said, I'm going to focus on my creativity. And right now, she's working with a writing coach on the first of 2 books that she has been wanting to write. So, what is the first step in making this journey. Fundamentally, it is about changing your story of who you are as a senior woman. And there is a path to doing that. It has 3 steps, and the first step is make the decision for yourself. And I mean make a committed, unequivocal decision. Now, for me, when I turned 70, I decided that it was time for love in my life. And I knew if I did not do that, I was going to end my life never having given nor received the love that I had yearned for and that I deserve. I stand here 3 years later, doesn't happen right away, rich in friendships and about to marry the man that I love. Lucky me. Yay. Okay. After making the decision, the next step is to describe it. And I mean to describe it in detail, with feeling, and in full technicolor. So for me, it was love. For you, it might be a deeper spiritual connection. It might be physical vitality. It might be creativity. It could be something that you've always wanted to do and it's just laying dormant. It's waiting to be born. Or it might be some intellectual pursuit that just keeps surfacing and surfacing. Notice it. Pay attention. And then finally, after all of this, you get to take action. And that is taking one small step every day, every day, every day. And you will begin to create the life that you desire. Now, as women, we do not do it alone. So talk to your friends, share, get support, join groups, read books, and if you choose, get a guide to help get you started. Know that I would be honored to be your guide and walk with you on your journey. Let your journey begin.